And this is the main event of the night. We've got Sean Strickland fighting Jack Hermansson here. A little bit of a step up in competition for Sean Strickland. Fighting Jack Hermansson, who just fought Khamzat Chimaev in a wrestling match. He lost that fight, but it was still, I guess, wrestling experience for Hermansson, who is more of a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy. Sean Strickland, on the other hand, coming off his win over Uriah Hall, he landed 4 takedowns. He was kind of pushing the pace as well. He set the pace to a decision win over 5 rounds, which is pretty impressive to see a guy go 5 rounds, that's for sure. A decision win over Krzysztof Jotko. KO'd Brendan Allen, which is actually a very good win, in my opinion. He beat Jack Marshman and he beat Nordine Talib. On the other hand, Jack Hermansson has that win over Jacare Souza by decision. He got knocked out by Jared Cannonier, but then he's got a great win over Calvin Gastelum. I think that's like a first round submission. He lost to Melvin Vettori, which kind of happens. He beat Ibn Shabazian by decision as well after getting kind of hurt in the first round, and then he took him down towards the last 2 rounds, and then he won the fight. So what we've got here is Sean Strickland. I think he's going to push the pace on the feet. I think Jack Hermansson is going to be looking for takedowns. It's definitely not fair to say that Jack Hermansson is only a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter, but he does have great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter, and in my opinion, his path to victory in this one is to utilize that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Try and submit Sean Strickland. Actually, when this fight was first announced, I was actually picking Jack Hermansson, to be honest. But now that I've seen the Uriah Hall fight, I've looked through some of Sean Strickland's fights. That win over Brendan Allen as well has kind of aged pretty good, even though Chris Curtis knocked him out in the first round. But Sean Strickland, I think he's going to be able to set the pace on the feet here. I think he's going to be able to push back Jack Hermansson. Maybe he could shoot for takedowns himself, as he does do that. And potentially take Jack Hermansson down, but I personally don't really think that's going to be the best idea. I don't think we're going to see Sean Strickland shooting for too many takedowns, as Jack Hermansson does have that submission threat. That leg lock over Calvin Gastelum, man, that's that fight. I mean, although Calvin Gastelum is on a bit of a losing streak himself, he's on a bit of a skid. That fight is still a great win to have on the Hermansson side. I think Sean Strickland's going to win here. I think we're going to see a late TKO or maybe even a decision victory. And yeah, that's what I'm picking. I think we're going to see Sean Strickland win the fight by decision or TKO. Hermansson, his best chance to win, in my opinion, is by submission. So we'll see how the fight goes, and that's my pick for the main event of the evening.